A warm welcome to today's talk, Saturday the 15th of June. Now, you don't need to be a professor of physiology to work out the implications for the future of the human race from what I'm about to tell you. Up until 2019 in Denmark, sperm motility was going up. And of course, sperm motility is essential because it's a long swim up to the uterine tubes where the fertilization takes place. Motile sperm are essential. So up to 2019, 2017, 2018, 2019 in Denmark, motility was going up in sperm. By 2020, it had gone down by about 22%. This is a huge reduction in sperm motility in Denmark. Now, this study was done among sperm donors in Denmark, quite a few thousand of them, at 4 cities around the country. What's happened to sperm motility in the UK? Don't know. Don't know of any studies. United States? No, I'm afraid I don't know that one either. Why is it only Denmark that has done this work and no one else? Now, frustratingly, this is not in the Journal of Human Fertilization, Human Fertility. It's going to be in it. It's an electronic pre-release, so we don't have a detailed breakdown on the years. But we do know that by 2022, from 2019, a massive reduction in sperm motility. Now, just by way of parenthesis, let's just, before we look at the detail of the study, let's just look at this here. Now, this was new daily confirmed COVID-19 cases per million in Denmark. And we see that most of the cases were in this early Omicron wave here, early 2022. Now, Omicron, of course, is known for not being very systemic. It's mostly localized in the respiratory passages. So rather hard to see how Omicron could have an effect on sperm motility from the testes, of course, and the male gonads. But let's look at another piece of information here. COVID-19 vaccine doses administered per 100 people. And here we see a huge amount of vaccines given in 2020 and another colossal amount, well, large amount, probably more area under the graph there actually, but given in 2021, 2022, and a reasonable amount given in later 2022. So pretty clear evidence there of the vaccination rate. But let's go on and look now at the sperm motility. Now, this is the study here. Recent decline in sperm motility among donor candidates at a sperm bank in Denmark. So what they did was, this was people donating sperm for assisted reproductive purposes in Denmark. And of course, they want to assess the quality of the sperm that is being donated, as well as full screening of the individuals, of course. This is the study here. That's the full reference. Academics involved were from Denmark, which I managed to spell it wrong, apologies, Canada and the UK. So Denmark, Canada and the UK. Now, Denmark, 2017 to 2019, variations in semen quality amongst men applying to be sperm donors was analysed. So this study has been going on since 2017 all the way up to 2022, which is good. Summary answer. The motile sperm concentration and total motile sperm count in ejaculates, both measures of sperm quality. Of course, as we've said, you need the motility to get the fertilization. Declined by as much as 22% from 2019 to 2022. Now, frustratingly, we can't break this down into 2020, 2021, 2022, frustratingly. But we do know it's down by 22% by 2022. It's clearly a very concerning finding. And to what degree is it duplicated in other countries? We simply don't know. The studies, why aren't these, well, the world's just in denial, isn't it? Anyway, let's, what is known already. Questions remain about whether human sperm quality has declined in recent years. And we know, I've had so many emails from the United States and Canada and Australia and the UK asking this particular question. And the answer is, we don't know, because the studies haven't been done in those countries. Denmark it has, and it's concerning. It is actually concerning. resolution of this issue has important implications for human fertility and, indeed, you could say the future of the human race. So, study design, semen quality and ejaculates, previously collected from 2017 to 2022. So this was ongoing all the time. They were looking at this over this period of time. Sperm bank locations, 40 cities in Denmark, 6,758 donors, all between the ages of 18 and 45. So youngish men, youngish and early middle-aged men, to determine the quality of the sperm. And the reason they were actually doing this was to see if they could be accepted as sperm donors. But we've found some interesting outcomes from it as well, of course. Now, all ejaculates are analysed within 1 hour, so fresh samples. Computer-assisted semen analysis, don't pretend to understand it. But basically what happens here is you put the sample under the microscope, as most schoolboys do when they come into contact with a microscope for the first time. Or a lot of them do. Maybe I'm extrapolating. No, I'll stop there. Computer-assisted semen analysis. So they basically look at this under video, and the computer analyses it. And of course they controlled for all the variables: age, site, temperature, because of course sperm is best at about 35 degrees centigrade. That's why the testes are external to the body. It doesn't go well at 37 degrees centigrade. It likes to be slightly cooler. 2017 to 2019, well, everything's going hunky-dory here. Total sperm count increased by between 2 and 12%. So things going well here. But then 2019 to 2022, sperm motility concentration down 16%. So the number of motile sperms. So this is not counting the total number of the sperms, because you get a load of bystanders. If a sperm's not motile, it's just standing there watching what's going on. It's the motile sperms that get to where you need them to be in order to facilitate fertilization. So that was down 16%. Total motile sperm count, the total number of sperm, down 22%. Now, in otherwise healthy men, fertilization, of course, will still be possible. But if there's an ongoing decline, then this, to be quite honest, is an existential threat to humanity if sperm counts keep going down. And we don't know the trend. And in England and the States and Canada and Australia, we don't even know this much. The sort of study is simply not being done. It's not being monitored, and it really should be. What could be more important for the future of the human race? It's just incredibly important, and it's a concerning trend. We can't extrapolate, of course. We simply don't know, but we need more data. It's a pity the Danish data didn't carry on into 2023, but it didn't. That's when the study stops. We need to take this on. This data needs to be collected, I would say, as a matter of urgency, and I'm sure you would agree. 2019, concentration of motile sperm in 2019 were 18.4 million sperm actively swimming around per mil of ejaculate. So multiply that by, I don't know, 4 or 5, and you probably get the number of sperm. Here we are. Total sperm count per ejaculate, so multiply it by about 3. Total motile sperm count, 61.4 million per ejaculate in 2019. By 2020, that had gone down from 18.4 million per mil to 15.5 million per mil, a big decrease. And the total sperm count per ejaculate had gone down from 61.4 million down to 48.1 million per ejaculate. So you can see that they are big. They're pretty big reductions over that period of time. Frustratingly, we don't have a year-on-year count, as I've said. Hopefully we will when the full paper is published. But this should be enough to stimulate urgent research all around the world. Absolutely urgent research all around the world. Now, limitations and reason for caution. The authors say we cannot determine from the available data the cause of the decline in semen quality from 2019 to 2022. They're just analysing the sperm motility. Our results have implications for human fertility and the recruitment of sperm donors, obviously, for the human race. Where motile sperm concentration is an essential selection criteria because it influences fertility. This is the essential selection criteria for sperm donors. But is there any reason to assume that these young and early middle-aged men aren't representative of the whole population of Denmark? I don't think so. Is it reasonable to assume they're not reasonable representatives of people in the United States, the UK? We simply don't know. The studies have to be done as a matter of some urgency. We suggest that gathering health and lifestyle data on donor candidates, so we want health data, lifestyle data, might help to identify causal factors for the decline in sperm quality. And I would also hope that they take cognizance of this, which is the this graphic is the vaccinations per 100 in Denmark, which was all mRNA vaccine as far as I remember. Why on earth wouldn't you want to take that into account? That could even be done retrospectively because the health records of vaccination status are there. Unfortunately, it hasn't been done. You know, sometimes people who don't want to do PhDs, you think, oh, what could I study? What could I do it in? I mean, the research opportunities are just screaming out here. Go back and look at that data in Denmark and correlate sperm motility with anything that happened in those few year periods. And likewise, these studies urgently have to be done all around the world, because if sperm counts are going down, we're not going to have many descendants, are we? I don't know about you, but I kind of love my race. I do love my race, and I wanted to see it carrying on for another 1,000,000 years at least. Let's hope there's nothing to interfere with that. But for now, thank you for watching. And if you're in charge of a research department in a university or the government, get this done. This is urgent data. We need it for all the countries in the world. Get it done, please.